want to pick up on last week's video where we were talking about how mental health professionals label people. I want to talk about one particular label today, which isn't just a label, it is a card that people play to. The label in question is the victim label. Oh my God, I'm a victim. I need this or I need that. I need your attention. I need to be looked after in a particular way because something bad happened to me and now I am feeling victimized, or I'm suffering from victimhood. I made a point in a video a couple of months ago, and a couple of people took issue with me at the time when I said that things happen us in life. Things happen us all the time in life. And most people will adopt the attitude that something happened to me. But I made the point in that video that everything happens for us. And if we adopt that attitude, if we approach the here and now as the here and now, in other words, I'm not carrying my victimhood with me, then everything will be different. Somebody made the point that, what if something really bad had actually befallen you? And she listed a couple of things that had befallen her. But again, I made the point to her that you can either carry around the burden of that victimhood with you, and it destroys your here and now, or you can turn up to the here and now, actually, full stop. I was going to say turn up to the here and now with the attitude that those things that happened to you in the past happened for you. But even at that, you'd be giving some of your mental energy to what happened in the past. Many, many years ago, I had a client here with me in the Alps for 4 or 5 days. And he travelled back to the UK after that session. And the very first thing he did when he arrived home in London was resign as the chair of a charity that looked after victims. He said to me, I realise I'm actually feeding people's desire to carry this burden of feeling that they are victims around with them. And that is one of the worst things that any of us could do. Bad enough that we would be labelled that way in the first place. Bad enough that I would play that card again and again and again. Worse, that someone else would encourage me to play the card. Ultimately, the party of life is one that we need to turn up to, body and soul, free of all this nonsense. We don't even need to adopt an attitude to the party of life. We don't need to have an attitude, as I said a minute ago, that things happened in the past happened for me. We don't even need that. All we need to do is just let go and be present in the here and now. Labels can imprison us. Labels can pull us down. Labels can tear a life down. But all they are is labels.